Good morning. It's been a strange morning. I'd already started a reading, and then my cat started screaming outside, and I had to go and check and see what was going on. I'd already started the reading. I'm not going to go back because I don't like to do that. But the Earth Magic Oracle cards shot out Stone People for vigilance, Winter Solstice for reflection, and the Tsunami for a wake-up call, which seems to be appropriate to us now. We've got the Rider-Waite gives us the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So that's really interesting. We've got some wand energy. There's a Six of, and there he is again. I'm going to take him. And a Six of Wands under the deck. Soulmate. Oh my gosh, it's like there's a whole story right here, but I'm just, oh my gosh. I'm just going to see. I mean, this is kind of continuing what we've been, there's the Ace of Wands. Today, when I look at this, I can't help but think what a giant, I mean, there is a sense of phallus about this, right? But new beginnings, planting seeds and watching them grow. I'm going to take it. Oh my goodness. I mean, all right. And you know what, to me too, wands often, I think of Harry Potter, right? Like I think of wishes come true, where we're at. I'm just going to shuffle these 3 times. So, I mean, we're looking at the big picture. We've really been through it. Ah, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think what Spirit's giving us is kind of an overview, like a story, because here's 10 of Pentacles. And, yeah, I'm taking these. Because, all right. So, it's almost like Spirit's just saying, okay, here's the overview of the story. Like, here's the story. And then I think we're going to go back, right? So, I need to get a better stand for my phone so I can do different things with it. But, okay, so in the Oracle cards, we're told, that right now is a time of reflection. We've had a wake-up call, okay? Oh, okay. So they just told me, no, those are in the wrong order. So we've had a tsunami, we've had a wake-up call. So now, we've entered into a time of reflection where we've needed to be vigilant, stoic, and take this time to figure out who we are, and to figure out if where we are is where we always thought, it's just where we happen to end up, or if it's where we planned to end up. And, in this reset time where we're all like stuck at home and we're trying to not make each other sick, and, people are panicking and acting like fools. But we're home and we're safe, and, we pray for everybody. But, the more we can do that, the better it is. But it forces us to reconnect with what's real. And for some of us, we might look at our life and think, well, geez, here's my kids. I don't even know them. Right? Or, here's my partner. I don't know him. I don't know her. Or I'm not enjoying spending my time here. Or, wow, like maybe we can reconnect now. Right? So this overall story is saying, like, that you really kind of had to go against the wind. You had to rise above. You had to take a look at the big picture and maybe fight off, some of this energy. But, you made it through. You got some cuts and bruises. You made it through, but like those wands, they're all like blooming, right? And you're coming through it, and everybody's watching, and Spirit says you're coming through it as a hero. Now, coming through it as a hero, like, this is public recognition for sure, but this could also be in your family, or like things that you've been worried about you're finding out now, maybe even because of the reset time, or maybe just because of life circumstances, that the people that you thought didn't have your back do. Because here's either a childhood friend, the energy of childhood. You know how I was saying before that sometimes we end up at a certain place in our life and we think, how did we get here? Like, this isn't what I was hoping for when I was a kid. This wasn't my plan. You know, that life got ahead of me, and this is a time to reflect. Or this could be that you've reconnected with a soulmate. This is something from the past, either from another life, or from your childhood, from your youth. To start something new, to conceive something new, involving friends. You didn't know if people have your back, but they do. And, you know, you're going to come out on top with this 10 of Pentacles. Like, that's such, right? It's like the gates have opened. You know, it's almost like when the virus is over and everybody's declared safe and the gates open and everybody's like, woohoo, like, we're partying, and, you know, and this is what I always wanted. And you know what? I've had the time to reflect. I needed this time to figure out who I am and where I'm going. And this includes true love. Now, this isn't a traditional, this isn't a tarot card. This is just one of her pieces of art, but they include that card in the deck. I keep these cards because to me, this is more than the Lover's card. The Lover's card, they haven't connected yet, right? Their hands are together, but they're not touching. But these two are in love. These two have connected. So I use that card. Okay? So, Spirit, any ideas, like any indications of what this is about, right? Like, what have we been battling? Like, recent, what do they call that? Recent past? Recent past for the collective. What's going on with the recent past? What's going on with the recent past? Lots of worry. Again, needless. I think, you know, as swords often indicate, or wands can indicate your mind too, not as much as swords, but I mean, wands are fire, right? Swords are in your mind. So, I mean, a lot of what's been going on has been in your head. So what's going on here for the collective? There's the 9 of Swords right under it. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going to shuffle those because if they're meant to come out, there's a 9 of Swords right under it, and then Strength and the Empress and the Hermit, which is a story unto itself. But I'm not sure. No. Okay, see, I was going to shuffle that, and then Spirit's just like, no. Why do you think I showed them to you? Wow. Okay. So my question was, really? No, I don't think so. No. Okay. So my question was, what's this about? Like, what do we need to see the big picture of? You know, what were we battling? Like, what had we come, like, what war had we come from? And then we get, you know, the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So really, really worried about everything. I mean, in this one, those swords are behind her. You know, in most cards, like, she can take the blindfold off and, like, she can walk away from this, right? But she's choosing to stay in this kind of stagnation. But the 10 of Swords is the end of that cycle, right? Like, that's, yeah. So you finish that cycle. I'm going to get, you've needed to be strong. I just want to get some clarification on what that 10 is. Because then we have a Strength, an Empress, and a Hermit. Okay? So then 3 major arcana cards in a row. So I want to clarify what's been the 10 of Swords here. Oh, really? Things happen fast with the Chariot. Maybe too fast. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify what's that 10 of Swords energy. What's been going on for these folks? I mean, it's like Spirit wants us like, don't worry, this is bad, but it gets better, right? It's like, okay, now let's go and tell, what do they call that? Like, in a story? Not a foreshadow, like the opposite of a foreshadow. A prelude? Jeez, like, oh. I don't know if I drank too much coffee today or what, but what's going on with this 8 of Swords energy and this 10 of Swords energy? And now a Chariot. Like, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 major arcana cards in a row. What's going on here with the collective in the recent past? Oh, geez. There we go. Okay, now this one, I was wondering if I should take it, and Spirit said no, not yet. Oh, dear. Okay, so all of a sudden, so we have 2 cards of urgency here. Do you see that? It's so bright. Okay, 2 cards of urgency. First, we got the Chariot. Okay, now we have the Tower. So, like, I asked, like, what's going on here? Okay, so we had the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, Strength, Empress, Hermit. So, and now we have Chariot, Tower, 10 of Cups. So your whole family situation here, with your Empress, or as an Empress, all of a sudden shit hit the fan. And what broke down was this. Okay? You've been worrying about this. Isn't it funny? Because this gives you the energy of this has been coming. Right? It's built. Right? It's built into 8 and 10. And there's the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. So, like, after 10, you've decided to be strong. I'm just trying to figure out if that Empress is you, or if that Empress is your life partner. Okay. I'm going to use these cards now. I'm going to get some, these are the Viking cards. I was going to use these first and then I didn't. King of Swords popped out of there. I just want to know what's going on with this Empress. Who is that? Is that you? You see, cards are just flying everywhere. Is that you? Or is that, your life partner? Who's the Empress? Who's the Empress? Like, this is crazy. I don't know if this is just me or what's going on. Who's the Empress? In Hermit, man or woman, and Empress is usually female energy, as is Strength. I'm picking up that this is feminine energy, but not necessarily. Okay, I'm going to go one more, and then Spirit's like, you know what, just leave it as it is. Let it resonate. Yeah. I got a Queen of Wands on the bottom here, though. And a Queen of Swords. So, I mean, I'm picking up that this is probably female energy, but Spirit kind of like, no, just leave it. Let it be. It is what it is. It is what it is, they said. Okay, so family's broken up. All of a sudden. And yet not all of a sudden. Okay? Like every time I get there's Justice. Like the major arcanas are just about all out here. Because this is a situation that you've been worried about, that it's been building. But you didn't want, you haven't done anything wrong. Maybe you're in kind of an abusive situation, and that doesn't mean that you're getting beat up or whatever, but it just means that the partner that you've been with has become controlling, or has become gaslighting, or has become something other than what you wanted, and you kind of wanted out of this situation. And yet you don't, because you're family and it's everything that you're used to. You don't want to be the bad guy or the bad girl. Hi, Courtney. There's my pretty kitty. Courtney Love. I doubt any of you know Courtney Love, but if you do, show her my kitty. We love her to pieces. Okay, well, like, what's going on? To me, I'm thinking the tide has turned. Justice is being served. People are seeing what's going on. There might be, like, some deception, whatever. Something's happened to cause all of a sudden. You've been through the battle. All of a sudden, you've come out the victor. Like, you're coming out okay. And to meet your twin flame, your soulmate, or somebody from your past. Because Justice is here. Like, you've been good. You've played by the rules. You're coming out. You're coming out okay with this, right? So, we know that things are turning out okay for you. Masculine or feminine? Am I done? Okay, what else have you got to tell us, Spirit? It's the Nine of Pentacles, but it didn't come out. It just kind of slid out. Just looking at the story it's trying to tell here. The bottom of the card's story is kind of interesting. I'm just going to see what these... Because I was just asking what happened. Okay. Okay, so when I asked what happened with the tower, right? Like, what happened? So that's when, now I've got the Nine of Swords. You've been up all night worrying, knowing that you're being deceived. Your Queen of Wands, or you are the Queen of Wands, has found out that somebody's in love. And you see how different this is? They haven't touched yet from this, right? So you see why I keep them. The Lovers are her. I love this. This woman is me. This woman has got, she doesn't need anybody, right? She's got her shit together. She's built up things herself. She's got her stuff taken care of. She doesn't need anybody, but maybe she wants somebody. She knows that there's a soul connection. And here's you. Here's the masculine wanting to come in. It's like, you know what? I'm not a king or an emperor right now, because I You know, I've been through a lot. I'm battle scarred, you know. I had to give some of my kingdom to my significant other. Okay, all right. So, that's an interesting read. So, yeah, so the knight has been feeling a little bit of this energy, like worrying about his pentacles, but finding out that they're there. You know, he's been in contact with, you know, he's a prayerful guy, or you're a prayerful person. I mean, this could go either way. Like, this reading could be for you, for Nine of Pentacles girl, or Knight of Pentacles guy. But it's a soul connection. And 1111, possible wedding. Which, so, I mean, so there's the background, okay? So you've had a wake-up call. You've had time to reflect, and you needed to be vigilant. You were needing to see things, you know, you had your battle. You came out on top, met your soulmate, and you're starting new with friends and family and love. So, you know, just keep on keeping on. Like, we can see this, the recent past is like, yeah, you've been really through it, but, you know, you've stayed strong. You've had a wake-up call, but you've taken the time to reflect, and, you know, and the wheel turns into your favor, right? Everything, sometimes you're scared you don't do things because you imagine all these problems, and then, you know, the creator or the universe or whatever you want to believe in says, no, I got it, and click, and all of a sudden, click, like the seasons change. Justice happens. Boom. Chariot races in. The tower knocks everything down. This illusion is gone. Everything that you've worried about, you know, this is what you were worried about. You were worried about this possibility, but you were willing to give that up for her. But she found out that you're interested. But, you know, that worked itself out. So, very interesting read for today. Keep checking tomorrow. Again, you know what? If you leave a comment on this and you want me to clarify something for you with 3 cards, just leave a message and I'll do that for you. Have a good day. Bye.